Greetings, friends. We've heard from a lot of people in these last weeks, people who care deeply about our world and are feeling a lot of distress and fear about the elections and, of course, more about climate disasters and wars and continuing violence. And one of my questions to those I've been in touch with is, what's helping you navigate? And you can, of course, consider that for yourself. What really helps? And here's what's been so striking, and of course, not at all surprising, is that those who feel some resilience, some perspective, some sanity are drawing on a meditation practice, drawing on mindful presence, meeting what's coming up with kindness, connecting with others who value these practices of presence and heart. And I'm sharing because when I think of what our world most needs, this is it. We need the practices that shift consciousness. I mean, imagine the impact on our world if there were growing numbers of humans whose lives were guided by an inner equanimity, a clarity, an open-heartedness. One man I talked to was sharing how he'd felt initially just so confused and hurting. This was a couple of weeks ago. And he paused and he really met it with presence. And of course, the pain didn't go away, but he felt this deepened resolve to show up in our hurting world with love. I love that. Show up with love. So he teaches meditation. He's a healer. And for him, that means deepening his commitment to sharing the power of these practices of meditation. And his resolve inspired me. There's a quote. It's anonymous, really. It was attributed to Winston Churchill, but it's not him. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Practices of mindful presence and compassion give us that courage. They create the grounds for showing up with love, making a true difference with our children and friends and our larger society.
I'm very excited to follow on what Tara said and to let you know that our 2-year teacher training program, Mindfulness Meditation Teacher Certification Program with Sounds True, is still open. We had closed it, but then with all the change in the world and all the needs that Tara spoke of in these wild times, to have people who both can learn and offer practices of compassion, steadiness of heart, mindfulness, and so forth. We really wanted to make this available again for one more time to help you and the people around you navigate these times. And the good news is that when you teach, if you enter this program, which is one of the best things I've done in my life, and Tara as well, we've poured our hearts and all the skills into it. And I really believe it's about the best teacher training that you can find anywhere. When you start to teach, when you learn to teach the set of skills and practices and understandings, it uplifts you and it changes you. The community that you become a part of, the inspiration and the depth of the training, it transforms your mind and heart. It transforms your life. And people say this over and over who've been part of it, how much it's changed them. And for the better when you communicate this. And it's given them and will give you beautiful gifts to offer in surprising ways. People offer them in schools or businesses or clinics or communities or just to the people around them. And we've had students from around the world who write in or who we've gotten to know in Kenya and Pakistan and Kosovo, Colombia, and so forth, saying, this is what we so need. And of course, the huge wave of change here in the US and North America and Europe, which is where many of the students come from, there's this welling up of gratitude. I really needed this for myself and for my community. And it's a beautiful and remarkable thing that for 2 years, wherever you are, you could join a community with heartfelt connections and inspiration and help you, and then how you help others learn how to quiet the mind, steady and collect the heart, develop compassion for everyone, how to navigate difficulties, how to bring a kind of wisdom and clarity, presence in yourself and those around you, and that to serve the world. Joining MMTCP, I think you'll find, is one of the great joys that you'll have in your lifetime, and certainly been part of that for me, to be part of the community. It's an amazing faculty, along with Tara and I, and it's the very thing that we need. We all need now in our lives and in this marvelous world. How do we pause and open and listen with our mind and body and heart together, so that we can care for one another, so that we can teach? If you become part of this, you really become a steward of these beautiful practices and teachings. Teach people how we can live with dignity and respect and mutual care in this world. I really hope you join us. You'll be very happy if you do it, because you will have chosen this uplifting program for the next years of your life. And just as it's changed me from my teachers, I have no doubt it will be a gift for you and for those around you. So I look forward to seeing you, and thank you for listening and taking this in and hopefully being with us.